I start by lifting and piling the old stones onto pallets. Once they're cleared, I scrape off the old sand and a couple of inches of gravel, and I do that in order to remove any loose material and make room for a new 4-inch base of gravel. Then I smooth out the fresh gravel and make sure that it's well compacted to ensure the relaid stones have great stability for many years. I go over at least twice with this compactor from 2 directions. Once the gravel base is prepared, I use these 10-foot pipes to help me screed out a smooth paver base. I make sure that the driveway will have a consistent slope and that water always drains away from the home. And once that paver base is smoothed out, it's time to start laying down the stones. This customer was happy with the condition of the stones themselves, but there were some areas that were collecting puddles, and lots of the stones were sticking out just enough to make it difficult to shovel snow during the winter. Before I can go any farther with the stones, I have to remove the front of the garage slab. It was in terrible shape, and the customer asked for it to be replaced along with the driveway. I clean up all the old concrete and build a form for the new. It isn't a big enough pour to order a concrete truck, so I'm mixing and pouring it by hand. I finish it with a slight slope so that any water drains away. And it turned out really nicely. I can get back to laying stones. I build the driveway out from both the top and the bottom, as well as the middle. This ensures that there isn't any drift in the pattern, and that every stone fits in comfortably with its neighbors without having to force any in. This would create issues that would become noticeable within just a few courses. And as you can see, apart from some natural surface wear, these stones are still in great shape. I discussed the pros and cons of reusing these stones with the customer, and in the end she chose to reuse what she had. She was able to save a lot of money on materials, and the pattern perfectly matches into the wraparound patio in her side yard, since we are putting back what was already there. And now I'm on the home stretch, and all that's left to do is fill in the edges with edge pieces. I did have to cut some stones to fit along the sidewalk, as it had migrated slightly over time. I don't show it in this video, but the final step is to sweep sand in between each stone and compact it one last time to lock the stones into place. And this happy customer is left with a perfectly smooth driveway that will shed all of its water and be much easier to clean come winter. Thank you very much for watching.